like that transition? Maybe I'm getting better. I don't know. I'm slowly but surely becoming a live production manager person. I don't know. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Welcome to another. I haven't done this in a while. Around the bar. It's a video, basically like a one-person rant podcast vlog style thing, but we make it a little interesting by pretending that I'm at a bar and you're at a bar as well, the same bar that I am at virtually, and I'm having a drink. Today I opened a Woodford Reserve. I've had a bottle sitting up in my cupboard for a while, and I went out the day that Finale 4 came out for Vision. I went out and I bought Woodford Reserve, another scotch, and then like a really expensive scotch. I still have the really expensive scotch sitting up there waiting for a day whenever I should crack it open. My hair is looking a little rough, but whatever. Around the bar, welcome. Haven't done this in a while. Probably have a lot to talk about, but also not a lot to talk about because my life's not as exciting as it once was. If I'm being completely honest. Woo, a little harsh. Yeah, the transition, I guess I haven't really spoken about it, but the complete transition now that I've been doing it for a while from, running the channel, because I wasn't just doing Vision. I was like running the whole channel, from running the channel to, the weird couple months when I didn't really know what I was doing, to now just doing content full time. It's been a little bit of a hard, not hard, but I don't know. It's been difficult to find my my bearings on it, especially since right now there's not a lot to play, so I'm kind of having to basically just do whatever, not manipulate, but weave my way around the video game world just to find new and exciting and entertaining and watchable things, because me playing Fortnite when I could, I actually legitimately tried to play Fortnite at least 5 or 6 times, like actually give it a go, like 5 or 6 times, and every single time, I can make it a couple hours, I can make it even like a couple days, like a day, like 2 or 3 days into just streaming Fortnite, and it just, I couldn't like fake it, man. Like I didn't enjoy playing. I enjoy watching it. I like to watch other people play it, but I just don't have any desire to play it. I don't really like miss it either. And it's not just because I, the stream numbers weren't good, or because, I wasn't, collabing with anyone. It's just, I just loading up, getting onto the battle bus, dropping, and just repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again. Like, I couldn't do it anymore. I don't know. But the good thing is that we figured out some other stuff to do. Modern Warfare 3 became backwards compatible, and we got like a pretty good streak of streams and uploads from that game. And then had to go back to Fortnite, and then Islands of Nine came out. We had like a couple of days with Islands of Nine, and then that kind of like died off a little bit. And so then I bought a VR headset, and my VR streams have been actually doing really well. A lot of funny moments from that, from this system. Man, VR is crazy. First of all, like, just wow. Anything that comes from, or like, I don't know. I just never, I'd only put on a VR headset once ever, and it was at in Flamesword's room at the Scuff House. And now to own one, it is actually wild. There's a there's a bunch of crazy options that that you can do, and a lot of them have become entertaining. So I'm not just sitting back and doing nothing. You know, I'm actually always on the hunt, or I'm always trying to think a couple steps ahead about, you know, what I can do to keep things entertaining and just wait, you know, for Black Ops 4, because I think Black Ops 4 is going to be big. You know, personally, I think it's going to be big for me, but we gotta make it there, basically. There were a few times where, you know, I've been trying to upload on my YouTube channel, but you know, with streaming literally every single night for like 6 to 8 hours, it's like near impossible to upload anything. And then, you know, people come into my chat all the time and say, where are the vlogs at? And you know, there's nothing to vlog, which is probably one of the biggest issues. And the one-off videos, you know, with collabing with people or whatever, they're hard to like squeeze into the schedule. And even if I can squeeze them, the only people available, you know, here are the same people that, you know, everybody sees every single week on the Optic Nation channel, the Optic Plays and the trivia and the podcast. And so it would just seem kind of repetitive for me to do like a trivia video or I don't know, maybe like a relationships 101, but then I've already done relationships 101 with everyone that's here. So Will did get here, so hopefully, but he lives downtown, so it's a little bit of a hike to him. So hopefully I can, you know, collab with him eventually, but because I know people have been wanting to see that. But that's all I think about. My mind's just constantly, you know, working to figure out what I can upload, what I can do. And you know, another question that I think some people may have, if you don't have it, then I'm going to answer it anyway. I'm so super sorry. As far as like documentaries or like upcoming projects, I've kind of all of my upcoming, like all of my thoughts basically on that, all of my potential docs that I want to do, or projects that I want to do surround like Call of Duty or even the Call of Duty team in particular. So I've just been kind of waiting it out because, you know, it's the most important time of the year for the COD team, for Call of Duty in general. So just been kind of waiting that out, and also been trying to, you know, put my all into content to see where it goes. And I know it's basically resetting like everything. That's what I was gonna say about uploading. Like I was uploading, and I uploaded an entire Detroit playthrough, and uploading that, I knew before I even hit upload that I wasn't gonna get views. Like it wasn't gonna do, you know, very well, I guess. But I wanted to upload it anyway. I wanted to show that, you know, I am putting the extra effort into doing this. I think there are, you know, moments where I am streaming or I am uploading, and I think the entertainment value is there, and hopefully it continues to be there. So the Detroit playthrough is there. There's some stream highlights up, and I'm, you know, also looking forward to doing some IRL videos again when it makes sense. But that's basically where I have been, I guess, where I am, what I'm currently doing. I am grinding. I'm trying my best, man. I'm trying my best to do this thing. In fact, right now, you know, in order to make things, I guess, even better for the stream or for the channel, I started doing a stream goal, or a donation goal for my stream to get Blake and George PCs, so that Team Summertime streams can, you know, be even better. I just can't imagine how cool TST streams would be if we could, you know, we could play COD, or we could hop on, you know, anything like Islands of Nine, or we could play, like, try to like learn how to play Fortnite on PC. You know, there's so many different games that we could play. And I think it would just be awesome if we all had PCs. But that would just, you know, that's been going actually pretty well. I think we're almost at like 60% of the way through, and I wanted it to be like a 2-week 2-week thing before we hit our goal, and it's only been like 4 or 5 days, and we're like 60% of the way through. So that's looking pretty good. And then Black Ops 4, what is it? Black Ops 4 beta is next, like in the next couple of days. So yeah, it's looking up. There's a lot of stuff on the horizon, which is a lot more than I could say over the past like 3 weeks. Over the past 3 weeks, I was looking forward to Islands of Nine. Islands of Nine came out. I like the game. I genuinely like Islands of Nine, but I feel like they need to introduce a couple things. Maybe like an esports circuit, or like at least a tournament, or a ranking system, or a competitive play, like something. Something's got to be done about that. I don't know. Oh, one thing. Down in the comments, you're supposed to tell me what you're drinking. So, anything from vodka to milk. I don't. I usually say that in the intro, but I totally forgot. So what's been going on in Optic? That's another thing I want to talk about, to eventually talk about the Call of Duty team. But Optic has been a little interesting from the content creator side. It's basically kind of been like a free for all, or not a free for all, but like every man for himself. It's not like we're going against each other, but we're just kind of, fending for our own. Like we don't really keep up with one another. Like when people come into the chat and ask me what Nick's doing, I have this little bit that I do every stream where I like put my mic away and I say, Nick, and I like yell off into the Nick, what are you doing? And then I come back and I'm like, oh, he said he doesn't know, or something like that. Because we genuinely, like, if it's not the day where we go into the office and shoot content, like we don't know, we don't really keep up with what each other are doing. There's not like a text chat. It's like, hey guys, what is everybody up to today? It's pretty much, we worry about our own streams, our own uploads, and our own lives, and then we show up whenever, to do content. And I kind of have mixed feelings about that. Like I enjoy the grind that I've been on, and I enjoy seeing things improve, and hopefully seeing things very very much improve in the future. But I'll always miss the scuff house and the sense of having everyone together, because now not even everyone's, we have everyone all over the country basically, and even people in Dallas, like they're pretty far apart. You got people downtown Dallas, people outside of Frisco, people in the apartments, and just basically all over the place. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is either, that made it like this, but it is. It is what it is. It's not like sad, I guess. I don't know if I previously said it was sad, like a couple sentences ago. I probably did. But it's not. I'm not like, I don't know. I'm not like super sad about it. Those are still all my homies. It's still all my best friends. It's just at this particular time, I think in everybody's lives, it's just it's just head down and grind, or do whatever you need to do. Just figure out life, and I think that's what we're doing. As far as the centralized content, it's still struggling. I don't know about struggling, like as far as like views or whatnot, but it just doesn't seem like there's any vibe there, any sense of what the hell we want to do. And Roger's working really hard on setting things up and coming up with themes and plans and schedules and different things like that. But I think there's a lot that still needs to be figured out. And that's why I said, like, there's a lot that's outside of No Scope's plate. As far as why isn't Damon in videos? Why is Pamaj Why isn't Pomage in videos? Is Pomage even in Optic? Like, why isn't the COD team like? You know, there's a bunch of issues that's so far, you know, it's outside of No Scope's hands. So, you know, we have the same people, you know, in all of the videos, and now that Will's here, hopefully Will can be in more videos. But, you know, as far as those, you know, those other issues, it's like those are things that are necessary, in my opinion. We need to have Damon in videos. We need to have Will in videos. We need to have Pomage in videos. We need to have Scump in video. Why the hell is how has Scump not been in a single video? You know, the entire, like, since we moved here. Like, that's something that's like, I can't even, it doesn't even register to me. Besides Vision, Scump has not been in a single video, and that's something that needs to change. And you know, until all of that stuff gets figured out, you know, they are switching up. You know, because obviously the trivia podcast vision is not going to work when we have the same people. So they are switching stuff up a little bit, and you know, things will get on the right track eventually. Everyone knows that, but that's just kind of, I guess, my two cents about that. All of our other teams besides COD, so that I cover everything. I don't keep up with a lot of it. I think you know, Call of Duty, you know, a little bit of Gears, whenever, you know, whenever CS, whenever they're in a big game. I don't think they've been in a big game in a while though. Whenever those teams, I don't keep up with either of the MOBA teams, just because I don't understand the games. But you know, apparently the Dota team's been killing it, and we upset a few teams in the League of Legends side. And on Overwatch, I don't really keep up either. It's actually kind of refreshing to not have to keep up, you know, with every single team. I used to be, I think, the only guy in Optic that knew besides Hex, that knew what every single team was doing or was up to. And now I don't have to stress out when, you know, 3 different teams are playing on 2 different days, and it's just, whew. I don't have to know. I don't have to know what everyone's doing. It's actually kind of refreshing. So that's that. But for the Call of Duty team, I haven't had a chance to talk about the COD team since we got a new one. First of all, you know, it's still weird to me seeing Formal in a different jersey. It's still weird to me seeing Damon, you know, without a controller in his hand. Kind of weird, because he's still a freak with a mouse and keyboard. If you've ever seen him play Islands of Nine, it's weird. It's weird how good he is. But the COD team is really good. Let's get that out of the way. If you think our COD team is bad, I don't know. I just see people saying, wow, Optic sucks now. And it's like, well, did you watch the league? Because they don't suck. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of negativity going around right now, and obviously the team has not placed very well. They haven't placed very well all year, but I feel like you can really tell which Optic fans are coming in post, you know, AW or post Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3. Sorry. Because those of us that were there through Black Ops 2, those of us that were there through, you know, Ghosts, we know what it's like to lose. Like, losing ain't nothing. Like, what? Like, what? And, you know, like, I used to watch Black Ops 2. I used to watch Optic and Black Ops 2, and I'd be like, man, I wonder how far they're going to make it this time. That's how I used to watch games. Like, that's how I used to watch tournaments. And then, you know, they would do really well through through brackets. They would have a couple close games, and those would be super hype, and then they would get to complexity, or they would get to impact, and I'd be like, I wonder if this is it. You know, I wonder if this is the tournament where we take it. And you know, we did it a lot, and then we did a few times, and those few times where we did, it was fucking hype. And that's kind of how Optic was. And whenever I say this, I feel like people are going to try to put words into my mouth and say, wow, you're giving excuses for the team. And like, no, I'm not giving excuses for the team. I'm saying that that some people in the fan base freak the fuck out whenever we lose a search and destroy or 2 search and destroys, whenever we lose a series, whenever we lose a tournament or place bad in a place, don't place well in a tournament, they freak out. And obviously, I'm not over here seeing the COD team lose to, Unilad, and I'm like, let's go, we lost. Like, I'm not like excited that we lost, but I'm not getting on fucking Twitter and adding Scump and saying, you piece of fucking trash. Like, you don't even care about me. Like, you don't even care about anything. If I was in your shoes, like, shut up, dude. God. I don't watch a lot of sports, but one sport that I did watch growing up was college football, and I was a die-hard East Carolina University fan. A lot of you guys don't even know what that is, and that is the point I'm trying to make. My dad and I has season tickets to 2 seasons. Well, we had season tickets for like 5 seasons, but for 2 specific seasons in ECU history, we had season tickets. I went to every single home game, every single one. In 2 years, they ended like 3-19. And one of the wins was an away game. So I saw two wins in 2 years. And then, they got really good for a few years, and now they're trash again. Every time I watch an ECU game and I see them lose, I think, damn, that sucks. We used to be so good. Why did we play so dumb? I think all of these things. Damn, if only we would have run it instead of passed it. If only we wouldn't have fumbled on that one particular play. Those are the things that go through my mind. I don't see the team that even when I was 14, I'm not seeing the team that I like lose and getting on Facebook and finding their personal account on Facebook and saying, I went to your game. I went to your game and you let me down. You don't even care. Like, think about how ridiculous that is. And yeah, I'm not using professional sports as an example, because people are freaks there too. Like, they'll watch LeBron lose and they'll tweet at LeBron saying, you fucking, you don't even care. You're just in it for the money now. And it's just like, oh my God, disgusting humans. Like, they see other people in a position that they want to be in, and then when they don't perform, they just want to beat their soul. Like, they just want to bury this person. That's what it seems like. You don't want to watch them win. You want to celebrate their losses by pulverizing their person. It's just pathetic, man. It's just pathetic. Just seeing even seeing on, like, and Twitter's one thing, Twitch chat is one thing, Twitter's one thing, but then I go on Reddit, and you got to think, like, if you make a Reddit account and you go to Reddit/Optic Gaming, you think you would have more sense than to call out, if Scump's not playing very well this year. Actually, Scump's not placing very well this year. He's not playing very well in some games, but that's not saying he's not good. Like, how could you think that Scump isn't good? Yes, some of his games are not, he had a bad tournament, but look at him on the LAN. Look at him in some of the past tournaments. Like I remember one edit that I had where Scump just ate another team. Like, nobody even on our Formal Damon and Ian like played okay, but Scump sat down and ate the other team. That he ate them. It's like you got like, the skill is there. Like, don't tell Scump that he should retire because he's had a bad year. Like, get the fuck out of here. Ian will tell you he had a bad year last year, but he just had 3 of the best players ever, on his team. And now Ian is having one of his best years ever. And name a Black Ops game where Seth wasn't good at. Name one. Don't worry, I'll wait. Name one Black Ops game where Seth wasn't good at. Because I think he won some Black Ops 1 championships, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not mistaken. I know for a fact he won a Black Ops 2, I know for a fact he won a Black Ops 2 championship. Jeez, why am I burping? And he also, basically carried that team all year. No, I'm going to say it. Right? Black Ops 3 speaks for its fucking self. So Black Ops 4 is coming out, and it's a boots on the ground Black Ops game. And people are saying he should retire. What the fuck? What is wrong with you? Get it checked. Get your brain checked. Go through a mammogram. That's not brain. I'm pissed off. I just can't believe it, man. Like, it's one thing to roast me whenever I was fucking up. Cool. It's one thing to roast the content creators when they're fucking up. Cool. Because I get it. Trust me, I get it. But to roast Seth after all the fuck he's done for the org? Get the fuck out of here, man. Jesus. They're a brand new team. They're 3 tournaments deep. Anyway, that's basically my rant about that. And actually, another thing, everyone loves to talk about the last 3 years. And the last 3 years were fucking incredible. The IW champs win, the runs in AW, the runs in Black Ops 3, those were great. But if you think about this year, the one thing that separates this year from the last 3 years is the amount of good fucking teams this year. Like, let's think back to AW. Let's think back to the last 3 years. Obviously, Optic was the best team. There's not even, you can't even dispute that over the last 3 years. What's the second best team? Is it FaZe from AW? Is it Envy from Black Ops 3? Like the very end of Black Ops 3? Can't be that. Is it E United from IW? I don't even know. It's not even close. Like, there's not even a close second. There's like Optic was here and a bunch of people were here. And every once in a while, those people would upset Optic. And that's just COD. Like, that's just how COD plays. But there wasn't like, holy shit, Optic's about to play fuck this team. And it's going to be the closest game ever. Like, it was always like, wow, Optic lost. This year, it's not like that. This year, Optic isn't the best team. They place first. Yeah, they'll have good games and they place first in the league. But that doesn't mean whenever Optic goes up against Rise, everybody's like, wow, if Rise wins this, they're going to shock the world. Like, Rise is fucking incredible. Red Reserve is incredible. TK is really, really good. Especially when Kenny is shitting on everybody. E United has their moments too. It's like there are so many good teams that it's not even an upset anymore whenever Optic loses. Like, yes, they shouldn't have lost to Unilad. I'm not making excuses. But even FaZe, like FaZe is insanely good at S&D. And, we're not good at S&D. That's how it's going to go. But when FaZe wins an S&D, and everyone knows that our weakest game mode is S&D, why do people freak out saying that we're like, obviously tweeting about how you're frustrated with our S&D play, that's nothing that I'm not mad at that. I'm more mad at people losing their shit because we lost an S&D to a team that we've lost S&D to all year with 2 different rosters. At what point is it not our team? or partly our team that is not good at S&D, and FaZe, who's fucking incredible. Like, oh my God, dude. I feel like I've been ranting for a very long time, but it's just mind blowing, man. It's just how people can turn. How are people turning on this team? I don't know. Not even this team, but Ian and Seth. Like, how do you turn on Ian and Seth? And also, these people that are turning on Seth now are probably the same people that were roasting Optic for picking up methods in the first place. Think about that. Think about the fucking insanity that happened whenever we picked up methods. People were like, wow, Optic has fallen off. Like, what pathetic pickup. Like, oh, you were supposed to be Zuma. Like, you could literally choose anyone from, what was it? From blacklisting to Optic. Like, Hex lost his morals. Like, think about everything that people were saying, and now think about what they're saying. Wow. Everyone needs to help out Methods. Methods is doing everything. Ian and Methods are doing everything. Like, God, it's just exhausting, man. People just always need something to complain about, something to freak out about. Like, it's not even complaining. It's like you want to just go for the heart. Like, oh God. And also you see Seth tweet, I can't tell you guys enough how much I prepared for this event. Imagine grinding to prepare for an event. Seth has one more tournament in World War II. And this would be the first game since Black Ops 1. Right? The first game, no. Yeah, the first game since Black Ops 1 that Seth hasn't won an event. The first game since Black Ops 1 that Seth hasn't won an event on a game. So you don't think he's trying? Like, get the fuck out of it. You don't think Seth cares? That's a legacy that is unmatched. Seth has won a tournament in every single game since Black Ops 1. I was a junior. I was a junior in high school. And I'm a fucking ancient now. Like, God. People think he just doesn't care. He's just like, yeah, he had a couple bad moments. He had a couple bad moments earlier in the year, and Ian said on camera that he doesn't blame him for them. He doesn't blame Seth for those bad moments. Now Seth moved down to Hex's house for a little while. Then they went to go LAN, and then they've gotten practice. And he said he trained hard, as hard as he could. I forgot how he worded it, but he basically said he trained very hard for this event, and he got on stage and it didn't click. And people are gonna say he doesn't care and that he should go to YouTube. He's literally not uploading to YouTube so that he can. Whew. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy to see people that just they would just love to be in a position. They think they would love to be in a position, but they just don't have what it takes. So they roast the person that is in that position. Like, good God, dude. Jeez, man. It's like whenever Casey Neistat stopped uploading vlogs for a little while, it's as if I like tweeted at him and said, if I was ever in your position with your audience, I couldn't even imagine not uploading. That's such a disgrace to your audience. Like, it's the equivalent of that, which would also be ridiculous because that's a person with a life. Like, and also that's a dumb thing to even say. That's just how I feel about that. Just realize if you're one of those people that are freaking out, like, I'm not making excuses for the team. I'm not, because I think they've performed poorly this year. And I think they have performed. There have been flashes of brilliance on both teams. On both teams that we've had this year, there were flashes where they looked unbeatable. And there were also flashes where they looked like I could beat them 1v4. That's a little bit of an exaggeration. But you know what I'm saying. It's been a very extreme year, and it's our first extreme year since since Ghost. It's our first extreme year since Ghost. And if you weren't around in Ghost, or you weren't around in Black Ops 2, welcome. This is what it felt like, and we didn't freak out, except for some people did freak out, now that I think about it. We were losing Black Ops 2, and people would tweet at Nate and Scump, say, keep playing Minecraft, you fucking... You don't even care about the fans you're playing. Maybe it's just people. I'm not even like trying to change any minds or trying to start anything. I just needed to get this out there because reading that shit just fucking blows my mind. Just blows my mind. Oh, good Lord. Also, can we please get a fucking good COD game? I'm tired of hating CODs. I've been hating CODs for 3, 4, 4 years, 5 years. Just please, Black Ops 4, please be good. How I hope it goes down is Black Ops 4 comes out, and then in July, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered comes out to build hype for Modern Warfare 4. And if that's how it happens, hey, I'm down to ruin my life again. I'm down. I will be down. But those are my thoughts. Sorry for the rant. It is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Around the Bar. Let me know what you guys were drinking down in the comments. And sorry if I seemed annoying, because I am annoyed. So, my name is Hitch. You don't have to like the video. Please just don't dislike it. You don't have to subscribe. Please just don't unsubscribe. And that's going to do it. We'll see you next time. Peace.